All right, music fans, welcome back. It is Dave, the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people, just like you right there. And yours truly right here. All right, so Neal Schon did an interview yesterday. It showed up in a couple of different places. I saw it on blabbermouth.net. I think Ultimate Classic Rock had it. Was posted to our group page. By the way, you should check that out. There's a link to it here on my YouTube page for our new Facebook group. You know what? Here's the thing. If there's going to be Steve Perry music in the future, I think Neal Schon is the one with, I guess, access, or the most likely to have access to both Perry and the music. Now, does Schon have the Steve Perry album? Does he? I don't think he does. I think Steve, plays his cards pretty close to his vest, and he's just not going to do anything like that. If he does it, it's going to be his way, just like when he left the band, just like when he, decided to bring the band back together and so forth, which I really believe was more to just fulfill a contract, and then after that, I don't think he really wanted to tour. I think Perry is comfortable and happy. I don't think he needs any of this. I don't think he really craves the limelight. I think part of him misses it, but I don't think he craves it. So that's the sort of dichotomy that's pulling in two different directions. When it comes to R&B music, yeah, Neal is smart to put the feelers out, because we know Steve Perry and R&B, that's Steve Perry's bread and butter. It's not the music on Frontiers, folks. That's not Steve Perry, all right? I mean, I'm not saying, he doesn't like some of that music, but if you really want to go back and listen to Perry, I think his first album, his solo album, Street Talk, is closer to the kind of music he'd like to do. And there are a couple of tracks that were included later on. I believe the Japan version had it, where he just stretches out and does pure R&B music here and there. So the whole thing is wrapped around, I guess, Steve's need to maybe sing the music he's always wanted to sing, and Neal Schon understands Steve's more R&B side, as he likes to say. I think the fact that Neal has decided to go in this direction shows that he's totally committed to try to get this guy to come out of hiding and work with Neal Schon again. Remember, at the Hall of Fame, Steve Perry, right out of the box, says, hey, one guy was just, his guitar was magic fingers flying over the city of San Francisco, and that was Neal Schon. The fact that Perry singles Neal out, and I do believe they had a conversation that was geared toward music somewhere in there when they were chatting. Schon said, hey, probably would you like to get together sometime and do some music? And Perry probably gave him the obligatory, yeah, that would be cool, man, sometime. But, with Perry, things work in his timing. And right now, there appears to be no rush on that, or the music that Perry has allegedly recorded, which, again, I've heard some rumblings over the summer that he may be out there trying to shop that around and see if a record label will bite. I think the sticking point is going to be, just like Trial by Fire, there won't be a big tour because Perry's not into a big tour. He's not going to do that. So it's a good interview. Neal is reiterating what he said. He's put the feelers out there. He dedicates lights to Steve Perry when he can, when Journey plays live. And by the way, again, reiterating this idea that Perry will never be in Journey again. And I believe that. I believe that, I guess the bridges were burnt and then they were burnt down. And we know, and Neal knows, that Perry isn't going to be able to sing the Dirty Dozen in their original key. And I think promoters and everybody else, if they were to get on board with this, they might have some difficulty if Perry ever came back. I just don't think he wants to. And that's the truth. Perry just will come out on his own with new music at some point, and that's the way he'll do it. And he might work with Neal Schon. I think Schon is your closest link, so pay attention to what Neal says, because he's the closest on the ground to what might actually happen. But it doesn't mean that Perry can't sort of outfox everybody. In the end, Steve Perry is his own man and is a very complicated guy. All right, done with this video. I'll be back with another one about Perry, so stay tuned.